Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you, and giant explosive news, folks. That update that I was speaking about before that could change the very nature of Counter-Strike has arrived. It's called the Arms Deal Update. So you're probably wondering what's in it. First, we have new weapons. The fan favorite and endlessly whined about M4A1 and USP with suppressors are back. Now don't get your Kevlar in a bunch. They didn't remove the M4A4 or the P2000, they just made it possible to change your loadout so you can decide which weapon you'd like to use. The M4A4 can be substituted for the M4A1, and the P2000 can be substituted for the USP, and that'll determine what shows up on your buy wheel. Now if you want to know the difference between the weapons, their stat sliders are exactly the same. However, there are some more subtle differences. The suppressor versions are quieter and do not have tracers, which I think will play a big part in competitive play. You can go sit in smoke, and you can shoot out of the smoke, and people won't know you're in there. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. You can do some stuff with decoys. You can truly go sneaky beaky-like. They also have less recoil, meaning it's going to be easier to fire, and they're also a little bit more accurate. So the question is, why would you ever use the M4A4 or the P2000? Well, for the P2000, you wouldn't. But for the M4A4, it has a 30-round clip, where the M4A1 has a 20-round clip. I think this is a pivotal distinction that makes the M4A4 not completely obsolete now. Some players will prefer to use it, and they're going to be more used to the spray pattern as well. You have to reload the M4A1 quite a bit more, and you don't ever want to, you don't want to even think about wall banging with this thing. Only 3 magazines, you're gonna run out of ammo. Oh, and the P2000 has 1 more round than the USP. That really defines the entire appeal of this game, though, doesn't it? 1 more round. Now, there's also been some criticism of this, pointing towards the realism and, the 20-round clip, and the magazine, sorry, some of you guys are going to jump on me for saying clip instead of magazine, and, the fanboyism and stuff, but in reality, I think it's a good decision to make, to give something to the M4A4 and distinguish the weapons in their role. So overall, some people wanted just an attachment to the existing guns. This way opens up more opportunities for Valve to add more to the game. For the next part of this update that I'm going to be talking about, TF2ification. Now there's an inventory system in the game with cosmetic items, like gun skins and different types of knives and stuff. They are funding this through the crate and key system, which, when you play the game, there's a crate that drops randomly while you're playing. You don't have to pick it up or anything, it's just completely in your inventory. And you can purchase for a few bucks a key that opens it and gives you a prize. So here's the skinny of why I think they do this. The game has been out exactly a year. Happy anniversary! Valve runs a whole bunch of servers for this game. The servers cost money. So why would they keep them going after the buzz has died down and people stop buying the game as much? They would slowly, over time, over the years, lose more and more money. That won't happen for 1.6 or Source. That will happen for Global Offensive. They tried Operation Payback, and it seemed to be incredibly successful. I'm not sure why they didn't continue with that strategy, and it didn't hurt the game at all. But now, they're trying something else. The exact same strategy that they did with Team Fortress 2. And I stopped playing Team Fortress 2 after they started doing that because I thought it ruined the game. But this time seems to be different. It doesn't look like their changes will destroy the game. The difference between Counter-Strike and other games is that in Counter-Strike, your character doesn't get better, you get better. So the additions to the game cannot affect the gameplay or it will ruin the game. Think Dota 2. All of the money-making stuff in that game is cosmetic. In Team Fortress 2, it's not cosmetic, and it does ruin the game. So this takes the good aspects of TF2, the whole first-person shooter style of monetizing it, and it also takes the parts of Dota 2, where they've learned how to do an esport, and it also introduces some cool new stuff, knives and weapon skins. And that's right, you get skins on your weapon. You can paint on it. It looks green, or look red or blue. I don't know. Some people like that stuff. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, how do you get one of these crates to, in order to buy a key to open it to get a weapon customization? Well, They do it through random loot drops by just sitting in a server. I believe it all has to do with time-based. So the amount of time you're in a server increases the amount, the probability that you're going to get one of these crates in your inventory, which, in my opinion, is a bad idea. It rewards showing up. I think it should be based on score, so that better players get more drops, thereby rewarding players for being better and encouraging the community to play better instead of just having this muddled pool of mediocrity in servers where people just sit there AFK like Team Fortress 2. This is my giant suggestion that I really hope is considered. This is a skill-based competitive game, and I think through this change it should still retain this, otherwise the game is dead. There's two types of crates. One that gives money to Valve, and the other that's an esports crate. Some of the money will go to fund established community esports tournaments.
Can you pay with bitcoins?
Yeah, moving on. They will also make it so that folks who want to paint their own guns and stuff can do that, and they can get upvoted and get put into the game and yada yada yada, you get the picture. This way, aspiring graphic artists or some kid who torrented Photoshop can get paid for their work. Valve has always done this, and it is one of the main reasons I have such a high respect for their company. They do so much to help the industry by innovating the industry through their products, releasing their source code and developer tools for the modding community, encouraging a new generation of artists, coders, designers. The modding community for the original Half-Life was the reason I got into software development, which I am proud to say is my current profession. They also launched the indie game movement by providing a platform for them to be releasing their games on with Steam. Now, I'm not a Valve fanboy because all of my respect comes from logical, factual. I'm a fan. I love you. I love you. So come on, guys. I know I've heard many of you beforehand who were saying they would immediately quit this game when this update happened, when this came out, and it just happened. But I'm asking you folks to give it a chance and see how it goes first. It's the same game, it just has more stuff in it, and you can choose to entirely not participate in this stuff. Except for the M4A1 and the USB. You have to learn how to use those things, and I will teach you. We will learn together. So yeah, overall, some good, some questionable, and some morally ambiguous. This was just my quick overview of the update, so there's going to be more to come on this, so stay tuned, folks. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no... Oh yeah, and I still want the 128-tick servers for competitive matchmaking and competitive maps for competitive mode. Those two things are staying on my list, but let's be honest, they don't seem too interested in doing that. It would be very easy to do. It's just a choice for them to do it. I can't believe that. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.